Hey there guys, I'm Renee. I am the owner and artist behind Chicly Reclaimed Decor, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you through the process of how I took this plain jewelry armoire and transformed it into a unique piece of furniture art. I wanted to create a piece based off a combination of a very old oil painting I once saw in a museum with my own artistic spin using texture, raised stencil designs, decoupage, hand-cast clay molds, and much, much more. So, if that sounds like something you'd be interested in seeing the process behind, stick around, because that's what I will be going over today. But before we begin, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new tutorials. Okay, so this decoupage paper is by Mint by Michelle, and I saw it and I loved the classic painterly style old world still life. Now I'm going to be using thin layers of a water-based top coat to apply it, and many people like to use a little squeegee type tool like this to help them press it into place, but I actually just like to reuse a plastic grocery bag, but you can use saran wrap if that is what you have. Now I'm going to be working from the top down and just small sections at a time, and remember to brush on thin layers of this top coat to avoid overly saturating your paper, okay? You don't want to have your paper coated in a lot of this because it'll run the risk of it ripping and tearing and causing a lot of wrinkles and things you just don't want to have to run into, okay? So I am going to apply thin layers of the top coat, and then I'm going to be pressing it down gently, smoothing it out, any air bubbles using that grocery bag. And again, I'm going to be working from the top down. Now, while you watch, let's talk a little bit about my inspiration behind this piece of furniture art. As many of you know, I adore texture in many forms of art, and this decoupage paper reminded me of a few oil paintings that I have seen in my life. One was an old framed artwork with florals in a vase much like this that my mom had growing up, and the other two were painted by Picasso himself. Art has a unique way of speaking to us. This is Lola, a painting by 18-year-old Picasso. Outside, the impasto technique was used to add dimension to the buildings being portrayed, while to me, the woman is painted very flat. Her posture and her faceless portrayal left a lasting impression on me when I saw it back in 2019, and today it still resonates very deeply. Art captures time, emotions, and history, reminding us that there is always a place for it in our own lives. I loved being able to see all these different artworks of Picasso because I truly do believe that we were getting to see a unique self-portrait of the inner workings of a man over the course of his life as he just went along and painted what he felt and what he saw along the journey. I truly find it fascinating how all these very unique and different styles came from just one man. Techniques applied and mastered over a variety of years of varied applications via different painting styles gave him confidence and the skill set to improve upon his personal trade. But this all has a point in that when I was applying this decoupage paper, any wrinkles that popped up while I was doing so were actually going to accentuate the look that I was going for. In particular, they inspire and remind me of the impasto painting technique used in the aforementioned works of art. I also really love that it has that aged canvas look, like it has wrinkles due to humidity or improper storage or something like that. So it really gives this character and adds to this decoupage paper design. Okay, so up next, I'm going to be adding a variety of hand-cast clay molds to completely redesign the body on this jewelry armoire. Now, I'm personally partial to using DOS, air dry clay, or creative paper clay, but you can use whatever is your preferred medium to cast these. For clay, you want to make sure to dust your mold with cornstarch so you can easily remove your item once done. And I like to start, especially with a trim style piece like this, by rolling my clay in a nice long tube, and then I'll begin by pressing it into the mold, starting from one side and working my way to the other. And then I just glue my items in place using Titebond Quick and Thick. Now, after all the mold work was done and fully dried, I came back to add a raised stencil design. Now, I love a good floral-based pattern, but you can use whatever stencil you think goes with your design. And I like to use a pre-made acrylic-based plaster. This is Embossing Medium, and this is by Couture Paint. And I love it for a raised stencil design and to add texture. I'm going to be using a gloved hand to apply this raised stencil as well as the texture, and I'm going for an aged piece. So my stencil design does not need to be perfect. I'm just going to smooth that embossing medium or whatever product you're using over top, and then remembering to hold it in place while doing so and lifting it off carefully. Now, I'm going to be using a gloved hand to kind of stipple this product onto this piece to add some kind of peaks of texture, but you can switch up how your texture looks by adding adjusting the amount of product that you are using. You can use less of this embossing medium or you can use more. Also, change up how you're applying it by using one finger to add dabs of texture. You could get a brush and pounce it into place, or apply it with a palette knife. I always encourage you to step out of your comfort zone and try new things here, because you never know what look you're gonna like while you are creating until you try it. For this piece, I'm going for a paint finish that looks faded and aged by time with just a whisper of patina and gold to give it some weathered elegance. For this part, again, feel free to use whatever paint colors you would like that go with your design choice. For me, I'm using a two-tone blend of a dusty pink. This is a chalk style paint, and then a darker purple. This is a compatible acrylic blend of paint. I'm using just a simple chip brush to lay down my colors in their respective places. Now I'm going to take my blending brush, which is a brush that has no paint on it, and I am using a circular motion to blend the two colors together right at that dividing line. And I personally like to wipe off my blending brush after each blend just to keep it clean and so the colors do not get muddled. Now, some people like to blend in a simple up and down or side to side motion. Some, as I demonstrated, find using gentle circular motions gives them the look that they want. You can also pounce your brush to blend the two colors if you like a more moodier look. And again, I encourage you to try out all the different blending styles to get a feel for the look and the paint blending technique that you personally prefer. Now for this blend in particular, I want it to be darker on the outside and transition to a lighter color on the inside. So once my colors are all mapped out, I'm going to spray it with a misting bottle to kind of hydrate those colors a little bit before I begin blending. And again, I'm going to be using that neutral blending brush, and I'm going to be using that circular motion. So I'm circular motion right at that dividing line where the two paint colors meet. And then after one pass over, I like to wipe my blending brush off as quickly and as thoroughly as I can, and then I'll repeat that process. Now, I like really rich, heavily pigmented metallic colors, and I prefer to make my own using the Perfect Pigments by Couture paint. Now, not all mica powders are created equal, guys, and these truly are the best on the market in my opinion, whether you're using them in resin art or mixing them up to create your own paint like I'm doing here. Now, they just came out with a new release of colors, and this white gold is what we are going to be using here today. I'm going to be using Couture's Pigment Medium to mix these up with, but you can also use a gloss top coat as well. Just slowly mix in the Perfect Pigments with the medium or top coat until you get the color and pigmentation you want. And again, I utilized a dry brushing technique to apply this paint on the mold work and other places on this jewelry armoire. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm Renee. I'm the owner and artist behind Chicly Reclaimed Decor. And if you like today's tutorial and you're interested in more DIY content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And I hope that you enjoyed this video where I shared the process behind creating this unique piece of furniture art that I use decoupage, texture, stencils, paint blending techniques, and more to create. Again, thank you for watching, and today, I hope that I've inspired you to do a little creating of your very own.